The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, 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 what is going on, everybody? Let me turn on my webcam. There we go. We got the webcam going. That way you guys know this is a live recording. How's everybody doing today? Go and let me know in the chat box. You guys doing good? Where are you coming from? So it looks like we got, hey, Corey, very nice to see you. Amanda, Dean, Dennis, let's see, Darwin, GB, JR, Marshall, Michael, Shirley, Steve, Teo. Very nice to see you guys. So what we're going to do, if you guys are cool with this, is we're going to wait about 5 minutes because, as you guys know, we always have Wishloop customers that are fashionably late, which is totally cool. But, in the meantime, it'll give us some time to make sure that we're fully ready. I'm going to be throwing a lot of info at you guys. So if you guys are old-fashioned people, I would highly suggest getting a pen and paper because I'm going to throw a lot of info at you. I would also suggest, shutting off any distractions. I can actually see when you're idle. So there's a little sign here that it says shows when attendee does not have the viewer in the foreground. So I want to see people that are paying attention. I spent over 5 or 6 months building exactly what you're about to see today. So for all of the Wishloop customers that have been reaching out to me personally or sending messages to the support desk nonstop saying, all right, we got the Wishloop tool, but how do we actually go and land local clients that will pay us not only money, but recurring money, money that comes in every single month, right? So it looks like we got Orlando, Florida. Very nice to see you, Dean. Doing great, he says. Scotland, very nice to have you here, Michael. Oregon, very cool. Dennis, I have 3 monitors, Dean says. Awesome, awesome. All right, and with a bunch of exclamation points too. Great. All right, so let me go ahead and I will share my screen. All right, there we go. All right, so just so you guys know, like I said, we're going to be starting at 2:05. So just make sure you're ready. You got your notes. The other thing I want to say is tomorrow we have another webinar. So today is going to be a little different. Today is going to be the 6 steps that I've used to land my clients. Tomorrow is going to be much more of a strategy session, teaching you exactly what I do for my clients and how I'm able to manage all of that. So I would highly suggest attending both webinars. They're going to be at both the same times. So today was at 3 p.m. EST, and tomorrow is going to be at 3 p.m. EST as well. So very excited. And let me ask you guys a question while we're waiting. How many of you guys, just give me a 1 if you currently are managing local clients, and give me a 2 if you've never worked with a local business before, but you're interested. You're like, all right, if a local business is going to pay me good money, then, maybe I'll be interested. Because my goal, even on the smallest end, would you guys be interested if I could show you a way that would bring an extra $12,000 a year to your business? Would you be interested in that? I think you probably would, right? $12,000 in the method I'm going to show you is very small in comparison. It seems like a lot, but $12,000 with the business model I'm going to show you is very, very achievable. So looks like I got a lot of 2s, a lot of people that are not managing clients. Corey looks like one of the only guys that's currently managing a client. So Corey, you're going to love this. I think you've actually seen a little sneak peek of this. So JR can't be there tomorrow. Will there be a replay? Yes, there will be a replay. But the good thing about attending these webinars is by simply asking questions, I get to give you very specific answers, right? So that's the reason of why you'd want to be here for the webinars, because I'm sure you're probably going to watch a replay, but you won't be able to ask those specific questions. So looks like Michael says, no, sorry. Rhetorical, can't spell. Have tomorrow by recorded, agreements in place already. I'll try to change them. Okay, cool. So, all right, guys, we have 1 more minute. So like I said, I'm going to be throwing a ton of info at you. Seriously, this is 6 years of hard work that you guys are about to see. So like I said, as far as popular demand goes, I've had a lot of people that want to make, good money online, and as far as the strategies that are possible out there, I think this is probably the most achievable. Of all the strategies that you can do, this is why it was my first business model, was because it's easy to do if you have the right if you have the right formula. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So give me a 1 if you guys are fully ready. By give me a 1, I'm going to see who's actually engaged right now. So We got Dean just gave me like 10 different ones. I love it. Awesome. Dennis, JR. All right, great. I'm glad to see you guys are so excited for this. I'm just as excited. So, all right. So give me a 12K if you guys want an extra 12K. If I could show you a simple strategy to give you 12K by the end of the year, in 12-month period. All right, I see a ton of 12Ks coming in. Awesome. All right. So that is my goal. I want to give you guys a realistic model that will bring in an extra 12K. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So this is the 6-step hero cheat code, and you're going to learn the secret we use to convert non-techies into running successful marketing agencies and how you can get your first $1,497 per month client as soon as tomorrow. Now, to kind of preface this, guys, I am not a techie at all. I know very little about marketing, but the very little that I do know, I was able to apply to local businesses. And that's why this strategy works so well. Now, you guys know who I am. My name is Shane Brooks. I'm a proud Wishloop user as myself. So, I actually use Wishloop for all my clients as well. Now, the question I have for you guys, looks like this pause there for a second. Why are you guys here? Go and let me know in the chat box. Why are you guys here? Is there something that I can deliver to you guys that you would like to get out of this webinar today, other than just making an extra 12K? Is there something else that I can deliver to you guys? Let me grab some water as well. So 12K, duh, Michael says, love it. All right, cool, awesome. So let's go ahead and keep going here. Now, I'm sure you guys have done affiliate marketing in the past. Now, affiliate marketing is a little painful in my opinion. I know a lot of people that start online and this is the first route they go. But the problem is, and I'm sure you guys could be a testament to this, and give me a 1 if you've felt this before, it's hard, right? You got to create lead magnets. You got to set up an autoresponder. You got to figure out how to write these complicated email sequences. You got to figure out how to drive traffic with Facebook and Google ads. You got to figure out how to get your offer, your lead magnet to actually convert, and then how you can actually sell them offers. And then all that meanwhile, you're actually burning out your list and trying to manage the burnout of trying to sell them products and actually generating new leads into the list. It's a very hard thing. So trying to get to $12,000, within 12 months is much harder to do than running a local agency. So that's why I say that this is a much easier business model. The next area is e-commerce. I've done a lot of e-commerce in my day. And so, this is also challenging as well. You got to find the perfect niche to target. You got to go find products on like Alibaba. You got to find them that for wholesale or ship from China. You got to build an e-commerce website and run Facebook, Google, or Amazon ads, and then pray that your profit margin is greater than your ad spend, because that's always the consistent struggle with a lot of e-commerce owners, and that it's just getting harder and harder to be able to get their profit margin good compared to their ad spend. So that is why I am a big fan of local marketing, because here's the thing. I'm going to make you guys a crazy bold promise, and I told you this in the beginning. I would like to be able to add an extra $12,000 a year to your income. And so my end goal is to show you the exact 6-step hero cheat code in this webinar we've used to land clients that are willing to pay us $1,497 per month. And that's actually a very realistic goal. So now I'm going to show you exactly why. So let's go ahead and keep going here. Now, I'm doing a live video here, and you guys are here spending your time. So do us a favor, take the time out, turn off distractions, take the notes, and give me the next 60 to 90 minutes, because the info that I could give you right now, if you implement it, could really change your life. It changed mine. It gave me the ability to quit my personal training gig where I was spending all of my time for money. And now I can travel and do what I want and manage clients as well as run these webinars to you guys. So just make sure you pay attention. And just for coming here today, I'm going to give you guys 3 different bonuses. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Okay. So I'm going to give you what I have used to lock in clients time after time. This is how I was able to start locking in clients. So I'm going to teach you the 6 steps that I use to lock in clients, and the bonuses that I'm going to give you are going to be the exact tools that you need to lock in your first client. So I'm going to give you the Instant Expert Checklist. I'm going to give you the Successful Hero Case Studies, which are going to go over how people just like you have been able to use this Instant Expert Checklist to land their first client. We go over, they're like 20-minute videos going over how they were able to land these clients, what their biggest hurdles were, and what their goals are now that they've locked in their first client. I'm also going to give you 10 mobile optimized HTML templates for different niches. That way you have something to upsell if you want. So pretty cool, guys. You guys like those bonuses? 111, awesome, cool. Want to know if this can be done from the internet anywhere? Absolutely. That is the coolest thing about what I'm about to show you is we live a complete nomad lifestyle here where we're traveling and doing what we want. So my goal for you guys, today's webinar, what you're going to get out of this is I'm going to teach you the exact 6-step hero cheat code system we've used to systematize our entire agency from sales to fulfillment. I'm going to give you the secret to positioning yourself as the marketing expert while knowing just enough to make the sale. And this is perfect for non-techies. Like I said, I was a non-techie when I was running my own agency. And I'm going to give you the quick wow technique that builds instant trust and converts those tire kickers, we hate those guys, to turn them into monthly paying clients. Those clients that are so hard to actually close, I'm going to show you a way that we can really convert them and get them impressed with our services. And then finally, I'm going to show you how to use the Be a Hero toolkit to pull in your clients paying you massive recurring income every single month. So let's go ahead, and I want to pull back the curtains, and I want to be 100% transparent with you guys, because the fact is that there is pros and cons of local marketing, right? That's why not everybody does it. So the pros are that most local businesses are great at running their business, right? They're great at being a plumber. They're great at being a real estate agent. They're great at, being a personal trainer. You know what they're not great at a lot of times? Being a marketer, right? So I know so many businesses that are not even generating an email list. In the internet marketing space, we say that email marketing is dead because we've used it so much. But then when we look at local businesses, they're not even doing that most basic level, right? So my point is that you might not feel like you have the knowledge, but you do, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly why. The next thing is that they have huge marketing budgets. A lot of my clients at one time were spending upwards of $20,000 to $30,000 a month, especially personal injury attorneys, people like this. They're spending crazy amounts of money, right? So they have huge marketing budgets. The other thing is that there's a huge amount of local businesses that you can target. There's 28.8 million small businesses in America, and there's also 543,000 new businesses started every single month. Now, here's the problem. Here's why most people don't do local marketing. And I think you guys can agree with this. So give me a hell yeah if you feel this, that traditional selling sucks. We can all agree on that. Fulfillment is hard. If you're not a techie, how are you going to know how to implement the fulfillment for these clients? And then number 3 is once you land that client, how do you keep them paying you every single month, right? So my goal by the end of the webinar is to smash all of these cons, be able to flip it on its head, and to be able to show you guys that local marketing is an awesome solution for you guys. So this could be a perfect side hustle. If you guys just want to add an extra $12,000 a year to your overall income, you can definitely do this. I can promise you that. So the ugly truth is that local marketing can be brutal, but it doesn't have to be. All right. So you're going to learn exactly how I was able to do this myself. And so here's what I like to see as local marketing is local marketing equals right now money. Now, what do I mean by that? Local businesses have the budget. Most of them do. They don't know what they're doing as far as marketing, right? All we need to do is we need to go in there, solve a quick problem for them, and they will pay us money. So unlike affiliate marketing or e-commerce where you got to spend months trying to figure out how to generate a list and then sell those people, with this, we can get money immediately by helping a small business. Does that make sense for everybody? That's why I did it, because I quit my job and I'll tell you this story in a little bit, but I quit my job and I was like, man, I need to start making money immediately. And I was like, I'm going to take my basic level of knowledge from marketing. I'm just going to go sell this as a consultant to local businesses. So if you guys want right now money, this is going to be the webinar for you. So let's go and keep going. So secret number 1 is going to be how to instantly skip from salesperson, the guy nobody likes, to trusted expert to gain the sale. Secret number 2 is going to be the 6-step hero cheat code to gain your first $1,497 per month client. No cold calls or sleazy salesman tactics. Ugh, nobody wants to be that guy. Secret number 3 is how to scale your agency without knowing a single thing about internet marketing. All right, so I have your attention, hopefully. Cool, let's go and keep going. So here's the truth, is that I did a lot of things wrong in the past. I can tell you this flat out. When I first got started, and if you guys have managed clients, the first thing I did was I got in my car and I would drive from business to business just getting rejected. And it was painful. And I would just look on Google trying to find clients that might want to pay me money. And that was definitely the wrong thing to do. And I struggled in the beginning. I felt like I wasn't really getting anywhere because I was getting rejected each time I went to this business. The first time you get rejected, you're like, oh, do I really want to do this? Probably not, right? It really hurts your ego and it makes you want to stop. But the problem is I had a choice. Do I want to go back to my 9 to 5 job? Or am I going to say to myself, listen, my deep why of why I want to do this is stronger than the fear of getting rejected, right? And so I started panicking because my bills were still stacking. I wasn't making money. And so I was getting a little stressed out. And so I ended up partnering with a guy named Justin Anderson. I'm going to tell you guys this in a little bit. And over the last 10 years, we developed the 6-step hero cheat code system that you guys are about to see. Now, the way that we have built this webinar, the way that we built this training, you guys are about to see, even if you're a stay-at-home mom, you know literally nothing about marketing, this system is so easy that even if you hate the pain of selling or hate the pain of rejection, you can make sales. I can promise you that. And even better, it is proven to convert those skeptical clients into monthly paying customers, okay? So let's go ahead and keep going here. Now, I want to put you guys through a frame, all right? So here's the frame that I want you to go through. So if I was going to tell you guys that you could go to a business and have them pay you $1,000 a month, what would you say? You'd say, $1,000 a month, that's a lot of money, right? Well, what I want you to do is I want you to go over to Indeed.com, and I want you to type in marketing manager or social media specialist, and you're going to be able to see that people are willing to pay $30,000 up to $100,000 a year for the skills that I'm going to teach you guys. So my point is, if we were going to charge a local business $1,000 a month, that's $12,000 a year. That's not even close to what they're willing to pay, right? And so we're basically giving them expert level services for the same price as a McDonald's employee. Talk about a steal, right? So everybody with me on that? So yeah, exactly. Cool. So what size gun do I need? Dean says. No gun necessary. So let's go and keep going here. So you see this guy right here? You see that guy? Do not be that guy. Local businesses every day are getting called nonstop by these sleazy SEO salesmen trying to hard sell them on services they don't need. Okay, so don't be the hard salesman trying to sell them, making these big, bold promises and never actually delivering. Because what's going to happen is you might land one sale, right? But what's going to happen is they're not probably going to keep paying you every month, and they'll probably end up telling a lot of local business owners how bad of an experience they had with you. All right, so we want to try our very best to not be that guy. All right, so secret number one is going to be how to instantly skip from salesperson, that sleazy guy, to trusted expert to gain that sale. The simple technique that I've used to get huge close rates and lasting retention. And so this is actually a method that I learned when I was doing personal training that I just simply applied to local business. And so let's go ahead and keep going here. So this is the key. Ready? The fact is, as long as you can make other people money, they will pay you money. You will always be able to make money. So the key is, as long as we can show that the results that we can bring to this client, they're going to continue to pay us. Does that make sense? So as long as we can show them results, they will pay us money. All right. So that is what I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you the results that I've gotten. I'm going to show you results that all of the people in this program that I've built are getting. And I'm going to show you the results that local business owners are getting, and then why they're able to pay us each and every month. All right. So let's go and keep going here. So the key is we want to find a solution to their problem. Be the helping hand they've been looking for. Like I said, most local business owners are good at being a plumber, are good at being a real estate agent. What they're probably not good at is being a marketer. Facebook ads, websites, all of that stuff is way over their head. And they're looking for someone desperately that's not trying to scam them, but is going to help them achieve what they're looking for. And so that's where we come in. Now, like I said, I'm going to give you guys a bonus today. This is going to be the Instant Expert Checklist. With this checklist, this is how I was able to start locking in clients and get huge close rates and get them to want to keep paying me every month, because I simply go down the checklist. So the same way you go to a doctor and they give you some sort of health test, right? You go in there, they say, hey, look, this is your problem. This is your route that you need to go through if you want to be healthy, and you have to make a choice. And so that is the same concept that we're going to do with these local businesses. We're going to diagnose all the problems in their business, and we're going to paint the picture of what can be possible if we fill in the gaps, of what they're missing. So that is it. So what we're looking for here is what I like to call getting the wow, solving a big problem in a quick way. I actually learned this from my business partner, Justin. He ended up doing a huge favor for a client back in the day that he basically made almost no money on. He broke even, and that client now has been paying him every single month for 15 years. That's a long time. 15 years is a long time to have a client paying you every month. So at the end of the day, results sell. So we want to be the answer that they've been looking for. We're not going to be these sleazy guys trying to hard sell them on stuff. We're going to show them quantifiable problems that we can fix. And as long as we can fix those problems, they're going to be happy to make us as part of their team, right? So let's go ahead and keep going here. Now, as you guys know, my name is Shane Brooks. I was a personal trainer. Now I was working literally, I'd wake up at 5 a.m. every day. It was brutal. I hate waking up early. Now I don't. And I was working until about 11 p.m. every day. I've done over 10,000 sessions. One of my clients won the World Cup in Dubai. Another one of my clients won the Mr. Universe. I've had clients like this woman here who has spinal bifida and, basically, was just in pain all the time. And so I really dedicated my life to helping other people. And I loved what I did, but I was trading all of my time for money, as you guys know. That's pretty painful. I'm sure you guys have been in that position. I basically I was getting about 3 to 4 hours of sleep. This was the path that I knew, but it wasn't the path that I kind of wanted to go down after a few years of doing it. And so I ended up picking up this client, Justin Anderson, and he's actually my best friend now. He lives right down the street from me. He's my business partner now. But at the time, he was traveling the world. He was always going on vacation. He was paying me. I was not a cheap personal trainer. I have over 7 certifications and a diploma. And so I was training him and his 2 kids, and I was like, what the heck does this guy do? And one time he came back to Texas where I was giving him training, and he was like, hey, Shane, do you want to come to Spain with me? And I've never been outside the U.S. at the time. How many of you guys live outside of the U.S.? Go ahead and give me a 1. I was like, this is my dream, to get outside of the U.S., go travel the world. I was kind of stuck in this bubble. A lot of Americans, I feel like, just don't leave the U.S. Why? Because it's not as easy as if you live in Europe. You can just hop on a train or go on a plane and boom, you're in another country. So for me, it was like this like crazy thing that I really wanted to do. But at the time I was like, I gave him all the excuses. I was like, no, I don't have the money. I don't have the time. Sorry, man, I'm working like 15, 18-hour days. If I stop working, I stop making money. And so what ended up happening was he ended up offering me this opportunity, and I passed him up on it. And what ended up happening was a family member got in a very bad accident, and she lost the use of her legs. And it was really painful for my family. And after visiting in their hospital, I was like, man, as expensive I think this might be, I'm going to regret it forever. I could get hit by a car right now and be like my family member that just got, affected pretty badly. So I ended up going on this 30-day backpacking trip. About 3 months later, we ended up going to Greece. As you see here, we went to Corfu, ended up going to Dubrovnik, which is in Croatia, where they filmed Game of Thrones. We went to Liverpool, which was awesome, Amsterdam, Prague. We went on 30-day backtrack trip. It was like the best experience of my life. At the time, I knew nothing about marketing. So if you're watching this right now, you know very little about marketing or local business. Don't worry, I was in the same shoes. I was a personal trainer. I knew personal training. So at the time, I was like, man, I need to figure out a way that I can do this more, right? And so I ended up asking Justin, like, what the heck do you do? Just kind of explain it to me. And have you guys ever heard this analogy or the story of the California Gold Rush? Just go ahead and give me a yes if you guys have heard this story. So for me, I was like, of course, everybody's heard, everybody was rushing out to California to get rich on gold, right? But for him, he was like, all right, well, that's half of the story. Well, everybody was rushing out to California to get rich on gold. The only people that actually got rich were the people that sold the pickaxes and the tools. I was like, that's interesting. He's like, so the secret to my business, him speaking, was if you want to make a lot of money, sidestep the masses where all the masses are chasing down money and sell a service. And I was like, okay, at the time, I was like, this is huge epiphany for me. So what I ended up doing, and by the way, if you don't know businesses that actually did this, look at Wells Fargo, look at Levi Strauss. These businesses were started during the California Gold Rush. And so it was a massive epiphany for me. And I was like, all right, what I'm going to do, I was kind of working with him a little bit on marketing now. I was like, I'm going to go sell a service to businesses, just like I told you. And so, like I said, there's 28.8 million small businesses in America, 543,000 new businesses started every month. 20% of these businesses go out of business the first month. 30% by year, 20% go out of business the first year, 30% by year 2, and 50% by year 5. So my point here is, just like I said in the beginning, they're great at being plumbers, they're great at being real estate agents, but they're not great marketers, right? And so I was like, this is a huge gap in the market. And so what I ended up doing was I noticed that huge problem, and I was like, I'm going to be the answer they've been looking for. And so I joined forces with Justin. This is actually, I had this decision when we were in Budapest, when we were traveling. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to go sell a service to local businesses. And I was like, I devised a plan. I was like, oh, I'm going to make this crazy plan to go sell these businesses to the masses, just like he told me. I applied my basic knowledge of marketing skills. Basically, I started by selling press releases and, just helping them build an email list and, helping tweak their SEO a little bit. And so I ended up getting caught in the trap. And if you've ever been here, if you manage local clients, you know this trap. I basically went from managing personal training clients, trading my time for money, to managing local clients, trading my time for money. I was like, what the heck? I ended up picking like 20 clients up after about 6 months, but I basically was caught in the same trap again. So I was trading my time for money. And so this was what ended up happening was when we ended up going through Dubrovnik, I was talking to him on this second trip that we were going through. And he told me this story about when he was running this local agency. And so we actually had a local agency called Humankind Inc. Out here in Friendswood, Texas. And Justin worked with like massive companies like Chili's, DreamWorks, Match.com, Walmart, Southwest Airlines, Arm & Hammer, Citgo, Rent-A-Center. I'm sure you know these companies. He was charging them about $50,000 to $70,000 per job. That's a lot of money, especially for me as a personal trainer. One of those jobs was how much I was making per year. I was like, what the heck? This is crazy. And so what ended up happening was he got a job that came in for $1.2 million. And it was going to take him about a year to develop this massive website. And he went home, discussed it with his wife. They decided it was going to be a good idea. And so he started working on it. He started flying out back and forth for an entire year. And you know what ended up happening? The day that he finished the job, the day that he got the check in the mail, his wife gave him divorce papers and took half the money. So that entire year of hard work just went down the drain, and he kind of felt like his life was kind of crumbling behind him or around him. And so what he ended up doing was buying this book. This was probably about 10 years ago. So have you guys ever read this book, The 4-Hour Workweek? It's kind of corny, right? But there is still a lot of very valuable info in there. And so at the same time, he was telling me this story. He bought this book. He went on a backpacking trip through Europe, and he learned this one secret inside this book that ended up changing his business forever. And so what ended up happening was he was running this local agency here in Friendswood. He was spending over $50,000 a month in overhead. So that's $50,000 a month in expenditures. He had 15 different employees that he was managing. And what he ended up doing was he took this one secret, he went home, he shut down his agency, he let go his 15 employees, and he started doing everything online. And so this is the core method of what I'm going to be teaching you guys today, is basically how I was able to lock in clients, and also how I was able to apply this final secret that I'm going to tell you guys at the end on how to scale your agency from 6 figures to 7 figures. And so let's go ahead and we will dive in. So before I go ahead and jump into this, secret number 2 is the 6-step hero cheat code to land that first client that's going to pay you $1,497 per month. So I want to tell you guys, imagine what your life would be like. For me, it gave me the freedom to travel. But if you could tap into unlimited clients, I'm going to teach you guys how to notice all these holes in these businesses. And every single business that you talk to, you're going to see these problems and see that you have the power to fix these. And so you're going to feel obligated as a hero in my course to help these people and their businesses. You're going to feel confident about delivering results because I'm going to show you exactly how to do it and how to lock in your first monthly paying client as soon as tomorrow. So what would that do if you were able to bring in that extra 12K or 30K or 40K, right? If you have 5 clients paying you $1,000 a month, that's only 5 clients. That's $60,000 per year. That's a lot of money. For a lot of people that would probably give you the opportunity to be able to travel like I do or pay off some extra credit card debt. And so, like I said, for me, gave me the opportunity to travel. I traveled through, this is the Cliffs of Moher, Prague, London. This is Corpus Christi, if you know where that is. And so I do want to say this as I start diving into these 6 secrets, that I'm going to show you guys the exact step-by-step system to get amazing results, but your success is dependent on you guys actually doing the work. All right, so this is not a get-rich-quick program for lazy people. It's just for the people that are tired of buying program after program, and you got to pay attention and write down the exact 6 steps. That way, as soon as this webinar is over, you can go lock in your first client. All right, so make sure to yell when you hear secret number 3 that took us to $1 million agency. All right. So just to kind of preface this, I'm going to show you guys some real examples of some real people that I've been working with personally So this is Alex Myers, and Alex was working at a local agency, and right around that time, he ended up finding the course that I was developing. And what ended up happening was he joined the course, and he left his agency and started his own. And it was kind of like the perfect fit. And within 3 days, he landed his first client and his second client by the end of the week. So it was awesome. And then we got Wakar. Now, Wakar is an awesome point, and Wakar is actually on this call right now. And so Wakar, yeah, somebody said that's cold. Exactly, Dean. So Wakar, pretty cool. He was actually working at a local restaurant making $10 an hour, knew nothing about marketing. He bought one of my products in the past and really didn't do anything with it. And he ended up joining this program. And what ended up happening, look at this. His wife had a baby, and the day the baby came home, he had that deep why. He's like, oh man, now I need to go and actually implement this program. He ended up walking into a business. The first business he walked into, they gave him $2,500 cash and $500 per month. If a guy that knows literally nothing about marketing, working at a local restaurant, is able to walk in a business and get $2,500 and $500 per month, I can guarantee you, if you know as much as Wakar did, you can lock in your first client. All right. So like Wakar said, you don't need anything to start selling clients. Then you got Jeff over here. Now, Jeff is pretty cool. He runs an e-commerce store. He started using the methods that I use for local business on his e-com store. So it's a little different, but it's just, it goes to prove that these methods work for other business models. So Jeff is also pretty awesome. Then we got Terry here. I like what he says. He called this the all-in-one Swiss Army knife to dissect and conquer the digital agency world with exceptional value and professionalism. What we're really trying to teach you guys here is how to run a real agency, not one that's just like, hey, let me fix this little thing and overcharge you. I'm going to teach you guys how to run a professional agency where you can charge premium prices and the price that you're worth, where the business owner feels like they're getting value and you feel like you're getting paid what you're worth. Okay. So then we got Dean. Now, Dean actually lives in Europe. And what's cool about Dean is he's one of the people that doesn't like to leave his house. He likes to stay behind his desktop. And so I gave him this like little email script. And he took this one email, sent it out to 30 business owners, and ended up locking in 2 clients for $500 a month. So that was pretty cool. As you can see here, he posted this in my private group that I have. So as you see with Dean, you don't even need to leave your house to start making sales. So that's pretty cool. And then we got our final one here, which is Juan. Now, Juan walked into 6 businesses, just gave them the instant expert checklist. I'm going to show you guys. 6 businesses and closed 2 of them, and was able to walk out with $2,295. So that's pretty awesome. I would like to be able to have a system that's easy, right? So, one more. So Frank is another guy. He's a construction worker. Didn't know much about marketing at all. And I kept telling him, I was like, man, just use the strategies I'm showing you. I promise it will work. And he ended up walking into a local business, into a plumbing place that was actually working on the plumbing for his house, and ended up landing them as a client for $500 per month. So that was pretty cool. One more person, actually. So we got Randy as well. Now, Randy, I think he's on 6 clients now. And so he ended up locking in a motocross company for like $4,000, which was insane. So that was pretty cool too. So, all right. Now that you guys understand the reasoning, you guys understand the story and all of that, so you guys understand why this is a real thing, hopefully you guys are ready for the 6 steps. So I want you guys to make sure you have your pen, you have your paper, and I'm going to start walking through this step by step, okay? So everybody ready? All right, cool. Yoshi, very nice to see you. Yoshi's another person inside this program. Awesome. All right, so the 6-step hero cheat code. So let's build your results-based, keyword there, results-based marketing agency. So step number 1 is getting ready. All right, so make sure you write this down. So get ready. What we're going to do is we're going to do 2 things in this phase. We're going to build your brand. Now, this is optional, just like Wakar. Wakar didn't even have a website. He didn't have a social media page. All he had was a deep reason that his baby just came home and he needs to lock in a client. So you don't need to build it, but I would say, this is a very scalable business model. So I would say just put in a little bit of work, throw up a website, throw in some social media pages. It will work for you in the long term. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to decide on your direction. So let's go ahead and go through this. So building your brand is completely optional. Like I said, just throw up a website, build a couple social media profiles, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. All right. So once we do that, I'm going to also give you guys a free theme. Do you guys want me to drop this in the chat box for you guys? So just use this free theme. It's just from Theme Forest, I believe. So let me go back. Give me 1 second. Copy. I like to give you guys as much free stuff as I can. Copy. All right, send all. Give me a 1 if you guys got that. Sometimes GoToWebinar can be a little wacky from this slide. All right, there we go. All right, so instead of searching for like hours and hours trying to find the perfect theme, just use this one. All right, at the end of the day, we just want to throw up a website, make ourselves look legit, and then start locking in clients. Because at the end of the day, I just want to make you guys some extra money, right? So just go ahead, throw up that website, and you'll be good to go. All right, so the first question I have for you guys, number 1 is go ahead and tell me in the chat box. I'll kind of keep an eye out for it. What would you name your agency? Go ahead and let me know. What would you name your agency? Number 2 is what niche would you go after? So you have your agency name. Go ahead and tell me in the chat box. And then what niche would you go after? So would you go after automotive, legal, insurance, health and beauty, construction and home services, real estate, events, travel? What would you guys go after? Go ahead and let me know in the chat box. So, that's a pretty cool name, Marshall. I like that. That is a really cool name. I'm not going to say that out loud, actually. That's a good one. Yeah, I like it. Cool, Darwin. Awesome. So make sure to comment what your name of your agency is going to be. That's going to show me that you guys can get your client as soon as possible. And then also let me know what niche you guys would like to go after. So let's go ahead and go over here. Now, when you're deciding on your direction, sometimes the easiest thing to do, and you might want to write this down, okay, is start with the friends and family that are already know, like, and trust you, right? It's going to be so much easier to lock in one of your friends or family that already have a business to use them as a case study to get a quick success with them than it would be to approach a business cold, right? So if you have a business that your friend or your family member owns, maybe use them as a case study with the stuff I'm going to be teaching you in this program. The other thing is you can also just look at a restaurant or a business that you're usually spending money with. I actually just locked in a company. I just bought a new place in Vegas, and I had a moving company move all my stuff. And I saw some major holes in their business. I ended up selling them as a client. So what you're going to do is you're going to have people that you're spending money with on a daily basis, and you can always use them as a client. You just simply say, hey, listen, I love using you guys. I love coming to your restaurant, or I love coming to this bar. Let me show you guys some cool stuff that I can do. Let me get 15 minutes of your time and walk you through what you're going to see in these 6 steps. All right, so step number 2 is setting your aim. So you have your agency, you have your direction. The next thing is setting your aim. So we're going to build our marketing list of prospects, and we're going to choose the bait that we're going to use to approach them with. All right, and I'll go into this a little bit deeper. Ready? And if you have any questions, drop them in the chat box. So I'm going to give you guys another free tool. How many of you guys want this free lead scraper so you can just go to websites and you grab their email? Makes things 10 times easier. So do you guys want me to drop that in the chat box? Here, I'll just drop it in for you guys. Copy. So it's just a free Chrome extension you can use. There you go. Start from slide. All right, so now you got a free website, right? Just use the theme. You got a free lead scraper, so you can go and get their emails. So what we're going to do is we're going to go look at businesses on Google search, Yelp, Yellow Pages, Groupon, LinkedIn, places like this. And then we can also build a giant list of marketing prospects. So we're going to look at people that are probably already spending money, or people on the first page that look like businesses that they can afford your services. Now, to make this even easier, how many of you guys use Upwork? Go and give me a 1 in the chat box. If you guys have used Upwork in the past, it's like it's like my go-to for almost everything. So if you're not using it now, you're going to see why after this webinar, why this is something that you need to use. Whether you're going to do local marketing or not, you need to use it. All right. So hire a virtual assistant for $3 an hour. Typically for $3 an hour, I can get 30 businesses, all their contact names, email addresses, phone numbers, their website URLs. So very easy. And you can see the title I did here, niche research for identifying local businesses. I got 15 people that applied for $3 an hour. That's crazy cheap. So what we're going to do is we're going to target people in the top 10 results and get their basic contact info. The only skill you actually need for this, guys, is copy and paste. All right. So as long as you know how to copy and paste, very easy. All right. But like I said, this whole model, you don't need a website. You don't need a social media page. All you need is the instant expert checklist. You can land your client. Really that's what this is all about. But I'm also going to show you at the same time how to build a real business, something that's scalable. So the next thing is after we have our agency, we have our direction, We have the list of prospects. The next thing we're going to do is we need to decide on how we're going to approach them, right? So there's a bunch of different ways I'm going to teach you guys how to approach people. But for today, since I'm giving this as a bonus, this bonus is how I was able to lock in local clients when I first got started. So it's going to be the instant expert checklist, but we use other things like the ambitious journalist, building a portfolio, these like little different models that we use that help us lock in clients. But for today, we'll do the instant expert checklist. So this is an example of it. So remember I told you, when you want to go and lock in a client, the easiest thing to do to prevent yourself from looking like a salesman is to look like a doctor, diagnosing a problem in their business. So the way that I did that is I created a simple checklist. I said, hey, listen, you don't have a meta description. You don't have SSL. Your website's taking forever to load. Just little tiny things that they don't have. And by simply going in there and saying, hey, you don't have these things, let me fix them. That's all I did. So does that make sense to everybody? Pretty cool. Somebody says, is there going to be a replay? Lost internet connection? Yes, there will be. So, but like I said, make sure to stay and watch, because if you have questions, it's going to be important. So, you can take a screenshot of this of you if you want, but I'm going to show you guys an automated way to do this at the end of the webinar. But this is how I was able to lock in clients. You see that score right there? They got a 62%. It really hurts their ego when I'm like, hey, listen, the competition in the local area is not getting any smaller. What they're doing is not getting any easier. So to stay above your competition, let's just bring you up a letter grade or two. Let's bring you to passing. All right. So let's go and keep going here. All right. So we got our agency set. We got our bait. The next thing is we're going to strike and take action. All right. If you have any questions, ask them in the chat box. So we're going to start the outreach. We're going to be the pro, and we're going to give value. All right. So this is where we're going to get into the meat stuff. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and outreach. So we have 4 different ways that we can make contact with the local business. You guys ready? So we can walk in, and remember, we're not a sales guy, right? We're simply saying, hey, I'm diagnosing a problem. Do you have 15 minutes? I'd love to walk you through the things that I found on your website, right? I can call them up, right? Or I can send them a social media message, or I can send them an email. If you're the guy that likes to sit behind your computer like Dean that I showed you in the beginning, that's totally cool. But at the end of the day, what we want to do is we want to come off authentic. We want to come off real, right? Because we're going to be asking them for money. They put their blood, sweat, and tears into their business. So the more of a personal connection we can create, the better. But it doesn't mean that it's a must, all right? So once we create that approach that we're going to use, in this example, I'll just show you an email that I typically use. Remember I told you guys that that email that I gave Dean, and he started locking in clients? He sent out 30 emails with this template and locked in 2 clients. So it's super casual. It doesn't look like he copy and pasted it. So, hey, business owner name. The other day I drove past your business and looked you all up. Makes you sound like you're local, right? I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Your site has some major performance issues. This is what I do for a living, super cash. Just for grins, I put together a page analysis report for you guys. Your performance grade was X, right? So you got an F. Let's bring you up a letter grade. I'll attach it below. I'd be happy to walk through the report and talk about what I can do for you. Just let me know. My number is X, right? And just reply to this email of a good time to chat. So you can see how that's super casual and why it works, because it makes us look like we're local. It makes us look like, we're not too pushy or too salesy, all right? So as you can see, I send this out to prospects all the time. Here's a bunch of local chiropractors that I targeted. Shane, I'm actually about to replace my current website guy. This is interesting info. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to discuss this with our team. What's your company? Hey, Shane, if I only had time to go through 35 pages, I sent him a big report. So he was like, and then I ended up landing a meeting with him. And so do you guys want to know a quick little secret to land that meeting? Go and give me a 1 in the chat box, and I'll give you this little thing that I say that lands the meeting almost every time. If not, I'll just keep going. So Marshall says 1. All right, I want to see a few 1s come in. I'm not just going to give away all my tactics. All right, so what I typically do if somebody's on the fence, because they're going to be skeptical, what I'll say is, listen, I am so confident that I can deliver value and value to your business. Just give me 15 minutes of your time, and if you feel like you didn't get your time's worth, I'll give you $50. So now it's no risk to them. They're like, wait a second, that guy's pretty confident. He's willing to give me $50 for my time if I feel like I don't give value. Now here's the secret. Nobody has ever asked for the $50. All right, ever. All right. So if you have somebody that's really on the fence and really skeptical, make them that no risk bet. Listen, I'm so confident. Just give me 15 minutes of your time. I'll give you $50 if you don't feel like you got value. All right. So feel free to use that. I promise it almost works every time. All right. Let's keep going here. So be the pro. Now, when being the pro, we're talking about specifically the instant expert checklist right now, analyzing their website. When it comes to a website, these are the few major things that you need to look at. All right. So we need to make sure that the website's responsive, right? Everybody's using mobile, so it needs to be responsive. It needs to load fast. It needs to be targeting the right keywords. You need to be building backlinks. Like these few basic things are things that every business owner needs to be doing. So, excuse me. So the key is don't try to sell your prospect. Just simply prescribe the solution to their problem. So I want you to think about it like this. Who is the best salesman ever? Who's the best salesman ever? It's a doctor. Why? Why is a doctor the best salesman ever? Because if you don't buy, you're going to be in pain, right? And so my point here is we're going to prescribe the problem and prescribe the solution, and it's their choice if they want to take action on it. All right. So next piece is explain their diagnosis in detail and how fixing it will improve their business. So we're painting the picture about why this is so important. One of the things I say is I talk about, like I just locked in a local personal injury attorney in Vegas. There was like 40 different personal injury attorneys just on that street. I was like, I guarantee you, based on what I'm seeing on your website, they're doing this stuff. And if you're not going to do it, you're going to fall behind. So let's just bring you up to speed compared against your competition, right? So being the pro, I see a 1 coming in, great. All right, so be the pro. Here's the hard facts. This is why it's so important that you have a fast website. These are just basic examples. So the hard facts is 47% of people expect your website to load in less than 2 seconds or less. 40% will abandon it entirely if it takes more than 3 seconds to load. One of the things I say to local business owners is imagine if 4 out of 10 people that tried to walk into your business, the door didn't work. You'd be pissed. You'd be like, who's in charge of that door? Because they're fired, right? They're costing me a lot of business. So you get a little bit more wiggle room with mobile visitors, but not much. 85% of internet users expect a mobile site to load as fast or faster than on their desktop. Now, here's a quote. Here's directly from Google. So Google has something called Think with Google. And on mobile devices, if your website takes 1 to 3 seconds to load, your chances of bounce of people leaving increases by 32%. That's a lot. Most businesses I'm talking to are like 5 to 15% or 5 to 15 second load time, which is all the way down here. They're up in this here, which increases bounce rate to 123%. That's a lot. That's crazy. So people are impatient, right? So here's a quote that I just got from Pingdom, which is a pretty reputable website in 2018. So from the millions of tests performed using website speed tests, we found the average load time for web page is 3 seconds. What we found was that, unsurprisingly, a page load time directly impacts bounce rate. As soon as the page load time surpasses 3 seconds, the bounce rate soars to 38% by the time it hits 5 seconds. All right, so that's huge. Now, what you might be wondering is, Shane, I don't know how to fix these problems. I don't know how, to improve somebody's website load time. Don't worry. I'm going to be teaching you guys this at the end. But my point is I'm going to give you the checklist. You can go to Upwork. You can pay somebody to do this for like $50. It's easy stuff. All right. So let's go and keep going here. So give value. So now that we have our foot in the door, we've made contact. The next thing we want to do is we want to give value. I see another 1 come in. So giving value is this. So we land that meeting with the business owner. We go down the checklist of quantifiable problems that I can fix, right? Or actually not me, but a virtual assistant. All right. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to paint the picture. So I want you guys to write this down. All right. This is very important. If you guys want people that will pay you money for the long term, right? Getting on recurring, there's 2 things you need to do, right? You need to over deliver on quantifiable results, right? So that's very important. Quick wins, right? Number 2 is you need to paint the picture as to what happens after this quick win. All right. So after I fix your website, let me spend 10 minutes to show you what I'm going to do next, because I'm not here to sell you on something. I'm here to be a critical part of your marketing team, right? So that way they know I'm just as committed to their business as they are. And so once I fix your website, I get that performance at the level that it needs to be, that baseline. Listen, you have a D, you have an F, you're failing. Let's get you up to a passing grade. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start to build your authority. I'm going to start to build your social presence, and I'm going to build your exposure. Now, if you don't know how to do each one of these things, I'm going to teach you guys this a little bit more tomorrow in that webinar. So I'll teach you guys about that tomorrow. So don't worry, but this is very surface layer today. But it's how you can go and land that client immediately. All right, so just use that checklist. So this is painting the picture. It's future pacing, right? So after I future pace, I show them what happens after I fix their website. The next thing I want to do is I want to paint the picture of their CLV. How many people know what a CLV is? Give me a 1 if you guys know what that is. Where's the checklist? Jose, the checklist is at the end, right? I showed you an example a few slides ago, so hopefully you're paying attention. So see a 1, 1, 1. All right, great. So the CLV is this, right? If I bring a client to their business, and let's say this is a chiropractor, and this new customer spends $20 with that chiropractor, I didn't just make them $20 because that person may come back and keep spending money. So let's say, as an example, they come in, spend $20, and they lock them in to come in 2 times a month for 2 years, right? That's going to be $960 in value. So it's not that I just brought them $20, I brought them $960, all right? So it's very important that you establish that with your client so they understand how much value you're really bringing. If I bring them 10 clients, that's $9,600, right? That's huge value. All right, so let's go and keep going here. Now, the next part of this, I can give you a perfect example. So another place that we bring value is helping make sure that they have upsells, right? Just like you go to the movie theater, just like you see on JV Zoo, upsells are really how we make a lot of our money, right? And so the same thing goes for a business owner, right? You come in, you get a free teeth cleaning, you get locked in to come in every 6 months, you get whitener, retainers, cavities, crowns, implants, and you end up making way more money throughout scale. So one of the things that you can do is you can work with your client to make sure they have that dialed in. So we can end up taking that $960 CLV and potentially make it $2,000 CLV. So now we have way more wiggle room as far as how much money we're bringing to their business. All right, so let's go and keep going here. So step number 4, we're almost at the end of this, capture. So we paint the picture, we show them what we're going to do for them. Now we need to lock them in as a client. So we're going to provide the solution and get the wow. Getting the wow is huge. All right, so providing the solution, like I said, you can fix the problems on their website yourself. I would not suggest it. I don't even know how to fix all those problems. Just go to Upwork, find somebody that will do it for $3 to $8 per hour. Just post a job that says like easy work, website performance optimization, $3 an hour, and you will get a ton of people that will apply. Does that make sense to everybody? Just hire somebody on Upwork. They'll do the work for you. So then what next we're going to do is we're going to get the wow. All right, so I want you to pay attention to this. There's a lot of info in this small little quote. So make a screenshot of this, all right? So my team can easily bring you up a letter grade or 2. Right now you have an F, you have a 59%, right? I would love to bring you up to, a B or a C, right? So typically we do website repairs for $1,000, $2,000, but I'll cut that cost in half until X date. So I'll do it for $500. Now here's the thing. This is how I know that this is going to work for you guys, is that almost every time that I talk to a business owner and I say I'm going to do it for that cost, this is their immediate thing they say. That's it? You're only going to do it for $500? I almost feel like you're lying to me here. And so $500 is all that I'll do it for. And once we learn how well we work together, so I'm future pacing, then we will talk about other ways that we can get you more exposure and clients, right? So that's the picture that we painted, all right? All right, so let's go and keep going here. So this is the most important part. So now that we get the wow, you're only going to do it for that cost, that's great. The next thing we need to do is get you paid, right? This is the part where you get money. So you'll use PayPal, Stripe. You can get cash like Wakar did. You got $2,500. You can do a check, but make sure that if you do check that it clears before you do the work, okay? Invoice or a mobile card slider. So they have those little square sliders. I think PayPal has one now. And you just slide your card and they will, I think they take like 2.75%. So it's like 2.7%. Pretty small in comparison, but it's pretty easy since we use our credit card every day just to slide a card. It makes things easy. So you're going to take the payment. The next thing you're going to do is step number 5. How difficult is it to get paid before doing the work? Difficult to get paid before doing the work. So I don't do the work unless I get paid, right? So maybe you could do half. You could do 50% up front and 50% after the work is done. So I've done that if that's what you're asking. Sorry. Let me go and keep the flow here. I'll keep an eye on this. All right, Corey? All right, so deliver fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to offer service upgrades and retainers. All right, so this is very important. So I'm going to walk through this slowly. So for service upgrades, can you please write this down for me, guys? This is very, very important that you write this down. Avoid complicated and time-intensive work at all costs. All right. I do not want you guys selling hard stuff. Don't sell a client on building a website. All right. Even if you're great at building a website, it's a pain in the neck. That's what we used to do. It will take forever. It takes like 2 months because they're too, frustrated with this like little color or, the font or something like this. What we want to do is we want to stick to easy stuff. So don't sell websites, don't sell writing services where you're going to build these massive articles. It creates too much wiggle room to where you have so much back and forth. It's a waste of time. All right. We can bring a lot of value in other ways than building websites. All right. So what I mean by this is we want to stick to quick wins, things that we can bring a lot of value quickly, and it's easy work. It's easy to deliver. Because like I said, we don't want to be a slave to our business. If we're being a slave to our business, it's like how I felt when I was a personal trainer switching to local marketing. I was selling websites, I was selling stuff like that, and then I realized that I wasn't really making the money that I was really selling these people on. So Nicole says, so true. So just make sure you guys write that down. I can promise you, stick to quick wins as much as you want to. Actually, can I tell you guys a little story real quick? So Wakar, the guy I told you about in the beginning, I told this guy like 8 times. I love him. He's awesome. All right. But I told him like 8 times, like, do not sell websites. What's the first thing that he sold? A website. And I'm like, dude, I told you not to sell that. And then he was like, no, it'll be fine. 2 months later, he's like, Shane, please help me. I should have listened to you. And I was like, all right, man, lesson learned. Don't do it again. All right. So we're going to stick to easy stuff that brings a lot of value and that makes the client want to keep paying us. All right. So I'll keep going here. So here's an example of value upfront equals pay upfront. Exactly, Jose. Love it. Can you give us a couple examples of potential quick wins? This is exactly right here. All right. So Rico. And Rico, make sure to watch tomorrow's webinar. I'm going to dive into this even deeper. All right. So I'm going to show you guys a lot of value today and tomorrow. All right. This is 5 months of building all this stuff out. I have so many heroes in the group that are succeeding with this, doing exactly what I'm showing you. All right. So the easy stuff is ad management. All right. I'll show you why tomorrow. Social media management and press release marketing. All right. So each one of these services, I start out by selling it at $4.99. All right. So here's an example. I'm just going to kind of paint the picture. So you approach a client, right? They have a pretty looking website, but it's slow. They don't have keywords dialed in. They don't have that stuff really dialed in. So there's a lot of improvement we can do on their website using the instant expert checklist. So our quick win is we go in there, we sell them on $500 to fix their website. They're like, what? Only $500? This is awesome, right? We paint the picture and we say, all right, this is what's going to happen after this. How many of you guys know what a retargeting pixel is? Give me a 1. If you guys know what a retargeting pixel is. So just about everybody. So you guys want to know something funny? Almost every local business that I look at does not have a retargeting pixel. Does that blow your mind or what? My point here is I want you guys to have the goggles. See these small little things that these business owners are not doing that we can bring value. All right, so a very simple thing is I fix their website and I just simply add a retargeting pixel. I get a testimonial from one of their customers, and now I have an ad campaign, right? Another thing is, if they have a website and they don't have any backlinks built for their website, running a press release for them could get them hundreds of backlinks. And if you look up, and I'll talk about this more tomorrow, but these are I show you guys these little quick wins that we can do that you can outsource all of the work. So I'm going to show you guys this a little later. But monthly revenue. Now, remember when I told you we can charge up to $1,497? That's a very conservative price. Because we have 4 different services that we focus on. 4. We don't sell websites. We don't build content. This is all we do. Website performance optimization, advertising, social media management, and PR marketing. All right. So 4. Don't sell anything but these 4. I promise you. All right. So quick wins is what we're looking for. Now that we have our 4 services, and you guys will understand a little more tomorrow, we're going to then get the retainer. For the retainer, we're going to give them this proposal that I'll give you guys. And then we're going to offer ad management, social media management, PR marketing, whatever it is. We're going to be very specific as to what we're going to give them. And then we're going to get them to sign a contract. That way we're protected, they're protected. It's all kosher from there. All right. So we're going to get it in writing. All right. So this is the final step, guys, is step number 6, which is leveling up. So my goal for you guys. All right. So I want you guys to take this instant expert checklist I'm going to give you here in a couple minutes. I want you to follow these 6 steps to the T. And I want you to land 1 client. If you have 1 client that pays you $1,000 a month, how much is that, guys? Go and tell me in the chat box. Uh, Gary, we'll talk about that tomorrow, Gary. I'm talking lingo that you guys know. So exactly, 12K, baby. That's it. So one client paying $1,000 a month, you have 12K coming into your business. This is very realistic. So just one client. Now, here's what happens after you land that one client. We're going to level up. Now, what does leveling up mean? We're going to focus on these three things. Those four, sorry. These three things. Retention, so keeping that client paying us, making sure they're happy. Referrals, if we do a really good job for them, we stick to these quick wins where we're always over delivering with our services, they're going to refer us to other business owners. All right. I end up usually getting at least 2 referrals off of each customer that I get. And then finally is results. What we're going to do is we're going to capture the results of that client and use it to get more clients. So I'll kind of dive into this a little bit. Now, retention, what we want to do is maybe once a month, once a week, just call up our business owner, make sure they're doing good, right? Make sure that we're still staying in touch. They know we're still working in their corner, right? The next thing we want to do is we want referrals. You know, it's simply easy to ask for a referral. If we're doing a good job, we're sticking to quick wins. We're not trying to build websites that take forever and they're frustrated with us. What we're going to then do is ask for referrals, and we're going to get a video testimonial. It's very important that you guys get a video testimonial, and it could be simply saying something like, hey, you know, my name is Susan and I own, Flax Plumbing. And with Flax Plumbing, you know, I got approached by so many marketing agencies, and all of them overpromised and underdelivered. And that was until I found Shane of Humankind Inc. And I wouldn't go anywhere else. If you're thinking about hiring a marketing agency, definitely hire them. Something simple, right? You get that video. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to then sell these results. We're going to put this on a page, a sales page. It could be a Wishloop page if you want, with the testimonial, a download to opt in to see this case study. It could just be how we were able to increase the traffic, how we built them backlinks, you know, how we did something small. And then we're going to approach other business owners just like them. So if your first business owner is a plumber, then what we're going to do is we're going to get that case study and we're going to approach other plumbers in the local area saying, hey, look what I just did for Susan. I can do the same thing for you, right? So that makes sense to everybody. Everybody following along. So we built our agency. We chose the direction. Maybe you start with a friend or family. We choose the instant expert checklist. We just fix their website real quick. We paint the picture of what happens after, right? We get a case study, and then we use that to leverage it for more clients. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I see a yes come in. Yes, great info. So remember, tomorrow, I'm going to go deep dive into this even more. All right, so tomorrow, once again, free webinar. You guys are going to see a lot more to this, but there's a little bit more. So what I want you guys to understand is I've personally done this. This is a critical part of my business. I promise you, if you follow these 6 steps, you stick to the 4 quick wins, easy work makes easy money. All right. So 4 quick wins. That way they keep paying us. And you stick to these 6 steps, you guys will land that first client. One client bringing in an extra $12,000. If it brings you an extra $12,000, wouldn't you guys say that's worth it just with one client? I mean, how hard can it be to manage one client, right? So let's go ahead and keep going here. So do I have permission to pitch this program that I've been talking about? So I showed you guys exactly how I did it originally, but what I've done now is I built out and I spent about $700,000 to build out an entire software program. And I spent 5 months building an entire video course on each one of these sections and then building case studies for each one of these that I was going to show you guys. So 700K, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a lot. So permission to pitch. So all I want you guys to do is type in the box right now money. So if you guys want to see how you can make right now money, go and let me know in the chat box. Like I said, just one client, right? Just one, not 10, not 5, not 20, one. If you have one client that pays you right now money, that's $12,000 a year, right? So that's why I did it. And so I see right now money, hell yeah, awesome. All right, cool. Just one, exactly. All right, guys. So here's my mission. I'm going to tell you guys my mission. I've been working on this. I've been going live in a Facebook group almost every single day for 5 months. Our mission is to build a tribe of heroes with the cheat codes being seeing all these holes in their business and being obligated to help them, right? I'm going to show you guys how you can rescue these local business owners, the ones that are those 20% that are going out of business the first year. And I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to potentially make a full-time income as a part-time job, right? So, you know, if you're managing one client, it's 12K a month, or I'm sorry, 12K a year, my bad. So information alone will not save you. So I've shown you the 6 steps. I'm going to give you the instant expert checklist and all the bonuses. You can take this. You can go land your first client if you want. That's how I did it. But I'm going to show you guys the easier way, the way that's more scalable, the way that we're doing it now. So let's go ahead and deep dive into this. So the results are pretty awesome, as you guys can imagine. You saw Dean, you saw Wakar, you saw Randy, you saw Juan, who walked in 6 businesses, walked out with almost 3K. How awesome would it be if I gave you guys all the steps, the masterclass of the 6 steps that includes all the videos, the swipes, the contracts, the proposals, every single little detail you need to run your own agency, using Wishloop as well, by the way. And even better, this is free access to our software to automate finding leads, generating the reports. So instead of having to manually build these reports, you can do it automatically. And then you can become that trusted expert just by simply saying, hey, you have an F. There's 12 different problems on your website. Let me fix this for you for $500. And then several other systems we have built to automate sales to fulfillment. Sound pretty cool? All right, so that's what I dive into. Now, do you guys remember secret number 3 that I told you guys about? Go ahead and give me a 1. If you guys remember me telling you about secret number 3 that took us to a 6-figure agency to a 7-figure agency. So that one aha moment that Justin had that really changed our business, our agency forever, is what I'm going to be telling you guys about right here. So secret number 3 is how to scale your agency without knowing a single thing about internet marketing. So if you guys don't know how to fix a website, if you don't know how to write press releases, if you don't know how to run ads, if you don't know how to, run a social media campaign, don't worry, because even if you are a stay-at-home mom, we have the solution. All right, this is what I've been working on tirelessly for you guys. So the secret that we learned, and I'm sure you guys have heard this before, the biggest mistake people do, just like I did, was I was trading my time for money. I was in the trenches and I was trying to fulfill all of the things that I was selling. So what I'm going to show you guys is how you guys can go sell these services and then outsource all of the work. Does that make sense? So now we're guaranteeing that the business owner is getting huge results. We don't have to do the work and we're getting paid. Does that sound cool to everybody? Awesome. All right, cool. So essentially what this means, guys, is I want to free you guys from the day-to-day work, of all of the managing, trying to go find all those leads, building out these reports, and then trying to fix their website, trying to run these press releases, trying to handle their social media. I'm going to show you guys a way that you can outsource all of that, stop working in your agency, and then just focus on scaling it. And that's what took us from 6 figures to 7 figures. And so here's the key. All right, you guys have 3 different ways that you can handle fulfillment. So you sell your client, you're like, hey, your website's doing bad. It's got an F right now. It's got 12 different problems. Let me just fix this for you. Typically, I charge $2,000. I'll do this for $500 today. Then what you do is you turn around. You can do 3 things. You ready? Write this down. Number 1 is you can do the work yourself. I would not suggest this. You can go to Upwork and you can hire a VA. Now, to fix a website, it usually costs about $50 to $100. That means if you sell a website to fix it, not sell a website, sorry. If you sell to fix a website, you're going to make $400 off of that, right? That's great money. And you don't even do it. And you're the hero. The business sees you as doing the work. And then option number 3 is I want to make you guys have such a low risk here where you guys know the work is getting done by an expert. Justin Anderson and myself will do the work for you. So if you sell a client, and I'll talk about this more tomorrow, but if you end up selling a client on one of the 4 services, which is website performance optimization, press release marketing, social media management, or advertising, you can outsource all of the work to us. We do it all, and you're guaranteed to make money. All right. So does that sound pretty cool to you guys? Go and let me know. It's a perfect opportunity. So let's go ahead, and I see a lot of 1s coming in. All right, great. So what does this mean for you guys? That means now scaling clients is easy. There's no technical work needed. The workload that you guys usually have with fulfillment is cut down by 75%. You guys can do this from freedom of location because that's what I do. I have VAs that are doing all the work for me and I travel. You can work from your underwear. That's what I like to do. And then you can have steady passive income. You have your clients that are paying you every month. Why? Because we're sticking to our 4 services, right? We give quick wins. They can quantifiably see the results that they're getting. So as long as we give that, they're going to keep paying us. No overhead, no work from home. You can work from home. You can work from the beach. There's recurring and higher retention clients. And so here's the key, guys. Do you remember I told you the 3 reasons of why local marketing sucks? What were the 3 reasons? Reason number 1, traditional selling sucks. All right, so what we're going to do is instead of being that sleazy salesman, we're going to be the trusted expert. We're going to show them specifically what's going wrong and how we can fix it. all right? Just like a doctor would do. Fulfillment is hard. So instead of you trying to be in the trenches, trying to fix all of these problems, you just outsource the work to a virtual assistant using our scripts, or outsource the work to us and we'll do it for you. And then finally is client retention. How do you get that client to keep paying you? You just keep delivering quantifiable results. When they see every month that you're bringing in results, they're going to keep paying you, right? So results sell, remember in the very beginning? All right, so let's go and keep going here, guys. So what are you guys going to get today? If you guys end up joining this program, remember, watch tomorrow's webinar as well. We're going to give you almost $700,000 worth of software. So this is going to be the Be a Hero automation system to handle sales to fulfillment. We're going to give you the 6-week training program so you can follow our step-by-step training on how you can have the skills to save the day. You're going to get the Be a Hero Power Packs, which are all the detailed breakdowns, templates, and scripts. You're also going to get a super group of like-minded heroes that are going to fight by your side to help scaling your agency. That's the one thing you'll see inside of our group tomorrow is all of our heroes really work together. So, if somebody has a problem, if somebody needs a question, we all help each other. So that's the cool thing about this. So like I said, we're going to help you automate 75% of your agency. That's why most people don't do it, because it's hard, right? So as long as you lock in a client, lock in one, right, and then outsource the work, you have guaranteed money coming in. We're going to give you all of this software here. So we're going to give you hero leads. So you can simply type in, hey, I want dentists in Pearland, Texas. And then within 15 minutes, you could have 500 dentists, all their names, email addresses, phone numbers, if they have a Facebook page, if they have a Google My Business. Then you can take that website or those websites, enter them into Hero Analysis, and you will get a 30 to 45 page analysis report specifically breaking down all the problems in their business. Then you will have Hero Scheduling, which is our own scheduling platform. So as you start reaching out to clients, you're like, hey, Susan, do you have an 11 o'clock? You don't hear back from her. Tommy comes over to you and says, hey, do you have an 11 o'clock? And you're like, crap, I just told them 11. Now this guy's asking for 11. I don't want to tell him no. So by Hero Scheduling, you can just give them your schedule. They can find the time that works best for them. We also have our own PR network. We go out to over 400 news networks. We write the press releases for you. Justin has over 70,000 customers on his SEO tools. So I'll show you guys a little bit more about that tomorrow. Funnel Space, so a way that you can build long form sales pages. That's something that you can't do with Wishloop. So with Funnel Space, you'll be able to do that. And then Real Specific, as you guys can see here, which is our own software to handle social media management. So this is how we're going to automate your sales process and automate your fulfillment process. So the next thing is that you guys are going to get, excuse me, is what our students have to say about the program. So I don't know if you guys can read this, but it's basically Mark, Nicholas, David, Alex, all talking about how much they've loved the training so far. Alex says, I couldn't have come as far without the help of you and Justin. Even without all your great information, your attitudes and enthusiasm have been the thing that keeps me going during the troubling times. And so pretty awesome of Alex. I'd love to see that. And then we got more. We got Claude, Irma, G-Man, Juan, Terry, so many more other people in the course. So here's what the course actually looks like. So week number 1 is how to begin building your brand online from scratch, choosing the best niche to start targeting. Week number 2 is how to effectively gather leads and select the best bait for your prospects. Week number 3 is how to successfully reach out to your prospects for your first contract and positioning yourself as an expert. Week number 4 is how to break the normal salesman mindset and start by leading with solutions to problems and getting the massive wow. Week number 5 is how to successfully deliver results and turn that one-time purchase into a monthly paying client. And week number 6 is how to start duplicating your clients like clockwork and scale to 10 clients, right? We just need to land one client, turn that into a case study. If they keep paying us every month at $1,000, that's $12K a year. Ideally, I would like to see you guys get to 10 clients, right? Because 10 clients at $10,000 or at $1,000 a month, that's $10,000 a month. So that's pretty cool. All right. So all I want to know, guys, is if I can show you guys the right now money method, give me a hell yeah if you guys think that's pretty cool. All right, cool. I see some ones coming in. I see some hell yeahs. All right, great. So this is what we're going to do also. So we have some bonuses. I'm going to show you a couple more things you're going to get. You're going to get all the materials you need to execute. That's another thing is, Justin and I, because we've been working in the trenches, working with local businesses, he worked with Walmart, Citgo, Brinks, Arm & Hammer, huge companies. We're literally giving you guys every single thing that you need. We're going to show you guys how to choose the best agency name, how to build a beautiful logo, how to choose the best niche, how to build a list of marketing prospects, how to hire VAs, how to set up hosting, WordPress, SSL, we have copy and paste website copy. We show you different themes you can use. We show you how to establish a good online presence. We give you cold outreach, quick start guides, full marketing audits, press release marketing ideas, how to write effective press releases, maximizing social media engagement. We give you invoice contracts. We give you contracts to make sure that you're safe for your clients. We give you full marketing audits, breaking down somebody's business like step by step. I'm talking from backlinks to Google My Business to their website to all their social profiles, everything. Then we also give you cold call scripts, email scripts, social media message scripts. I literally can't think of anything that's missing, and that's why our heroes have been doing so well. And, the other part to this, guys, is, you're not just going to get the software. You're not just going to get the training, but you're also going to get the program with us. So you're going to have us as part of your team. All right, so you're going to get the Be a Hero software that has over 700K of software there. You're going to get the training. You're going to get the Be a Hero Power Packs. You're going to get the super group of like-minded heroes. But like I said, you get us as part of your team where you can outsource all of the work to us. And so then you'll also get the Be a Hero super group, which you can see here. I'll show you guys inside of that tomorrow. But let me cover this real quick. So what is the guarantee for you guys? So if you guys end up joining the program, you get all the software, you get to partner with us, what is the guarantee, the warranty that you guys are going to get? So I want to be super clear about this, okay? So in the event you guys decide to make this purchase and it was not the right decision, simply contact our support team and we'll show you exactly how, show us you actually did the work by submitting your homework. We will review it and attempt to help correct the issue with you. If we cannot help solve the issue, we will issue a full refund, 100% money back, all right? But the point of this policy is to give people a chance to try the system, and if it doesn't work, you can get your money back. It was not designed for people to join the course and enable people to steal our training, all right? We spent 6 months. We wrote over 300 pages of info. Not that you have to read all of that, but everything you possibly need is there, all right? So furthermore, if it is clear your homework is incomplete or you did not implement the strategies taught, you're selling websites and other stuff, your refund will be denied. However, we will still help and support you to get results. You are not leaving us, all right? We're going to make sure that we're going to help you succeed with this because at the end of the day, if we can brag about you, it helps us at the end of the day. So you guys are going to get all the software. You're going to get 6 different pieces of software to automate sales and fulfillment. You're going to get the entire Be a Hero training program. You're going to get all the detailed breakdowns, templates, and scripts. You're going to get the super group and a total value of $4,480. And so if I showed you guys this system, how you can land one client that pays you $1,000 a month, would that be worth it? What it gives you the opportunity to travel more with your family. If it gave you the kick in the butt to actually start moving and, where you're getting caught in analysis paralysis and not actually generating income for your business. If it gave you the opportunity to pay off some credit card debt or just gave you completely financial independence, would that stuff be worth it? I know $12K, with one client would usually be worth it for a lot of people. And so we had 2 choices. We could go as cheap as possible for this program, but it wouldn't really incentivize us to stack the value. And what I mean by that is you have our full commitment. For over 5 months, I've been working hand in hand with all the heroes in this group. Or second option was we could require a little higher investment, but in exchange, we could devote ourselves fully to just implementing more training, more case studies, improving the software, all of that. And so you guys have our full commitment on that. And so this is what it means is if you guys land literally just one client, it pays for the entire program. So I'm going to be on you guys like white on rice, a paper plate, a glass of milk, and a snowstorm to make sure you land that one client. All right. So if you land one client, that pays off the program, and then everything that's recurring from there is all profit. All right. So what does this mean? That means you look like Wakar right here. Wakar walked into a different business. This is his second client, and he got basically $1,000 up front and then $500 per month. So it's pretty easy for him. He still has that client 5 months later, by the way. Then you have Juan, walked into 6 businesses, closed 2, walked out with $2,295. It's pretty awesome. So what is one client actually worth to you? $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month. How much would you be able to get with just one client, right? I want you to do the math there. So really, like I said in the beginning, if you have one client, or if you have 5 clients that are paying you $1,000 a month, that's $60K per year in gross, right? So $60K coming in your business. Imagine how long it would take you to generate $60K that's scalable with e-commerce or affiliate marketing, right? It's much harder. Why? Local businesses need your help, right? We're going to take a deep dive into this tomorrow as well. But my point is that so many businesses need your help. You guys will have the tools to help them. And that's why so many business owners stay with us and keep paying us every month, because we're delivering actual results. So the way that we've tried to build this system is we wanted to build this for that stay-at-home mom. And so we wanted to make this so simple that if you knew nothing about marketing, this was like perfect for you. There's so many moms around here in Texas that are selling like things like Avocare or a part of these MLM programs. And if you've ever been a part of those, I'm sorry. It's like a pyramid that's not a pyramid, right? So my point of saying that is, the problem with those programs is they paint this picture to where you can succeed with it, but then the possibility of you actually succeeding is very low. And so now I have a bunch of family members that are actually in my close-knit circle that are now have their agencies and are scaling them with this. So it's pretty cool. All right, guys. So here's the thing is, if I can show you guys a way that you guys can grow a business, you have one client that pays you $1,000 a month, you could see why at $12,000 a year, this would be worth easily $4,488. Would you guys agree? If it can bring you $12,000 a year in revenue, then $4,488 would be a great deal. All right. But I'm not going to charge you guys that, but I do want to, because it took us a lot of time and a long time to develop this training. So you guys don't have to pay that today. So let me go if you guys are ready to see the program price today. It's going to be so low it makes me uncomfortable. So go ahead and let me know in the chat box. I see some hell yes. Awesome. Great. Awesome. Cool. So, all right. Well, this is what we're going to do, guys. So you guys are going to get 6 different pieces of software. You're going to get direct access to us. You're going to get all the power packs, all the scripts, the guides. You'll see all of this tomorrow as well. So make sure you attend tomorrow's webinar. But you can get all of this for as low as $497 today. All right. So that means a one-time fee of only $497. And I'm like I said, you guys, I'm gonna be on you like white on rice to land that first client. You land one client that pays you $1,000. Not only did you pay off the course, but you also just made profit, right? So one client. Now it's gonna get better, so make sure to stay, okay? Because I have some more bonuses for you guys. I have the free stuff that I'm gonna give you guys. But go over to this link right now, and what I'm gonna do is I will drop it inside the chat box. And like I said, we've been working on this for over 5 months now, going live every single day in this Facebook group. For 90 days we did it. Send to all. All right, so now for all the people that see, hey, okay, I want the course, I want the software, but Shane, you missed something, right? The something that I missed was you still have to build your agency, right? You still have to build your website, you still have to build your social media profiles, you still have to build your logo, you have to set up your autoresponder. Well, how about this, guys? For the people that want to get started immediately and land their first client like ASAP, we'll do all that for you. So we will build you your first logo, we'll build your website, we'll set up your autoresponder, and we'll build your social profiles, okay? So if you guys want us to basically build your agency for you, and then the only thing you have to do is land your first client, then all you have to do is, by the way, I'll just kind of show you. So what you would be getting then for the DFY setup is going to be the automation system, the 6-week training, the power packs, the super group, the DFY logo, DFY agency setup for the website, DFY autoresponder, and social profiles. For all of that, we don't even make any profit on this, by the way, just because it's so much work that goes into it for our team. So you guys can be able to do that for $997. Now, let me tell you guys something. We actually just got asked to present this on stage in Vegas, and so very soon, as we keep scaling this, we keep getting more success stories from you guys and adding that to the program. We're gonna definitely increase this, and when I start selling this on stage, we're gonna start selling this for about $2,000 to $5,000. So the price that you guys see right now, I do not want to offer for this price anymore. I'm just offering it to you guys so I can get as many people in the group as possible. Help you guys keep succeeding. But within a couple months, we want to offer this for a much more expensive price. Why? Because this is a long time of us building all this stuff out. It was very expensive for us. So you guys today can start it for $997 or $497. So just go to that link and you will be able to get started. So what does this mean if you get started with the $997? You can start closing clients immediately without the chore of actually building your website, building all the social profiles, building the logo. We'll do all that stuff for you, okay? So you guys can literally get started immediately with this program at that link for $497 and $997. And we also have split pay on the $997, by the way. So if $997 seems a little bit expensive, we have split pay on the $997. So we had two options, guys. So option number one, we had two options. Now you guys have two options. You can do nothing and not take the leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free because we will give you your money back. Or second option is you could put up the investment, invest into yourselves, give it a go. And remember, you have Justin and I as part of your team. Okay. So, we will help you succeed with this program, right? That's the thing about Waqar is I literally just got off a call with him right before this. So, the other thing that you guys are going to get is you're going to get case studies. So all the heroes that have already succeeded, I have like 20 to 30-minute interviews with them. I break down, what were you doing before your local agency? What were your biggest hurdles? What were the fears? What were the objections that you were going through? How were you able to land your first client? And what are you going to do now? And so there's 20 to 30-minute interviews. This one's with Waqar, Randy, Frank. This is Alex, the one I told you about. And I think we have another one in there. So just watch those interviews. You will be able to kind of copy the strategies that they've used. You'll also learn about different clients that are a little bit easier to approach. Like one of the things that Waqar does is he likes to go after spas. Why do you think that he goes after spas, guys? Go and let me know in the chat box. Why do you think Waqar goes after spas? All right, I'll tell you the secret. So, trade, yeah, exactly. No, the reason is because they take so many photos, right? Spas are taking photos all the time. And so doing social media management is super easy for them because they have a ton of material to work with. So he's locking in a ton of different spas, tattoo shops, and MMA gyms because they have so many photos to work with. So it's very easy to market them online. So you'll learn a little bit about that inside the case study, but there's a little tip for you. And he also drops these posts into the group teaching people, choose hero leads for your niche, lead with the analysis report. He just keeps delivering stuff. Take the check to the bank. Exactly. So you'll see all that stuff in the group. Now, for the people that join the program, here's the tale of two heroes. Okay, we have two different people that join this program. All right. Hero number one is Lazy Louie. That's the guy that joins the program, does absolutely nothing, doesn't watch any of the training, doesn't take action on any of this, doesn't ask for any help from Justin and I, and then bashes us. That's not cool. All right, so join the program, right? Go through the training, ask us questions. Let me get on a call. Let me work with you to succeed with this. And B, take action Jackson. As long as you're take action Jackson, you ask us for help when you need it, we can guarantee your success. All right, so make sure to be take action Jackson, not Lazy Louie. And then you can join the group with hundreds of heroes just like you guys. So we got Alex, we got Waqar, we got Bella. Bella's awesome. Terry, that's actually Justin and me, Randy, and so many other people in the group that are succeeding. So like I said, you guys can start for as low as $497 and $997 today. You just go over to that link. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, is we're also going to give you a free t-shirt. So I'm going to be on you guys about landing that first client. Pay off the course, all right? Once you pay off the course, I'm going to send you a t-shirt, and I'm going to do an interview with you so that way we can break down what you did to succeed, because everybody's different, right? Everybody has different struggles, and where you live affects how easy it is to lock in clients, and it's just different sometimes. So we're going to do an interview together. I'll send you a t-shirt. We're just committed to helping you land that first client. That way you pay off the course, you have recurring from there. So the next thing we're going to do, actually, here's Frank after he landed his first one. Pretty cool. Frank is such a nice guy, by the way. That guy is awesome. Then we got Dean. As you can see here, he actually did this while he was on vacation. So he was managing his clients. He picked up a couple local dry cleaners in Europe. He lives in, I think he lives outside of London, I believe. All right, so get started today. You guys can do that for Local Marketing Hero. Just go to that link right here. I'll drop it in. They're always relaxed, exactly. Well, they're relaxed because they're outsourcing, right? So that's the key. It's one thing to lock in clients. It's another thing to manage clients, right? So you can lock in clients, but when you manage them, we want to outsource the work as much as possible. That way you can just start locking in client after client. But here's the other thing. When you know that it's going to be outsourced effectively, what does that give you? It gives you the confidence to approach the business owner, right? You know that the social media is going to be handled. You know that the advertising is going to be handled. So like I said, just join the program, guys. I honestly can't think of a better offer than what you're going to see here. But I'm going to sweeten it even more, guys. So the 3 easy steps, we're going to approach a business owner with a quick bet. All right, hey, I can easily fix your website, bring you up a letter grade or 2 for only $500. We get them a quick wow, for only $500 and you got this done within a week or 2? Awesome. And then we're going to paint the picture about what happens after that quick wow, and we're going to upsell them into a retainer. Does that make sense, guys? So you download the report. You'll see more tomorrow in tomorrow's webinar. Download the report, and you simply lock them into this package, all right? All right, so we're going to also add a little cherry on top. All right, so for all the people that join the program today, we're going to get on a one-on-one call. All right, I'm going to make sure that I personally help you get set up for this. All right, so make sure you join the program and you actually schedule a call with me. That way I can make sure that you're personally set up for success with this. What we're also going to do is we're going to send some goodies to your house. We're going to send you the Hero's Creed. We're going to send you a checklist of things that you need to do to scale your agency, like finishing the course, build the agency website, closing your first client, create the first case study, use that to get more clients. So we'll send all that stuff to your house. On top of that, we're also going to give you a free press release, guys. So we're going to give you a free ready-to-sell premium press release at a $497 value. So this single press release will go out to over 350 different news outlets. We can guarantee Google News ranking of different targeted keywords. We will write the press release for you, a 300 to 500 word press release. Like I said, Justin has 70,000 customers on his SEO tools. And so if you've ever heard of 1 hour indexing or 1 hour backlinks or Linklicious, what we can do is when we run this press release, we'll build 1,000 backlinks on top of that. And then that will help the press release rank even more. And then once you run that press release, you're going to get a downloadable report, which is going to have the written press release. It's going to have all the ranking keyword variations, and it's going to have all the websites that you're listed onto. All right, so what does this actually mean for you? So even if you join the program, you get all the software, the training, the group, you get the one-on-one call with me. Now you have a free press release that you can go sell and basically sell to get the payment for your course. All right, so now you have a complete freebie to go and pay for your course. All right, so we just added this yesterday. All right, so I think that is a pretty awesome bonus. Now, what I also did is I filmed over 66 videos that are 1 to 5 minutes long that will be sent to you each day. And these little accountability videos are going to be little golden nuggets to help you kickstart and get that first client. So every day I'm going to be in your inbox giving you something to help kickstart you to land that first client. All right, because that's the only thing that matters is you land one, just one. Land one client. That's all we want. Land one client, turn that into a case study, and then once you have that proven formula and you do that, it's going to be so much easier to start landing your second client, your third client, your fourth client. Does that make sense? Everybody kind of following along with this? How much do you charge for the DIY services? Make sure to attend tomorrow's webinar and we'll talk about that. All right, so the way that we offer these DIY services is we basically break even on our costs. So you can charge anything you want for the 4 services we offer. So you're guaranteed to make profit. We have hard costs, just like if you were going to outsource to somebody. So we basically give you a cost that is we make no profit on it. So we're just doing that so that you guys can be confident to sell your services. So the bonuses are going to include the free call. So we're going to get on a call together, make sure you're all set up. We're going to give you the Alliance program. We're going to send you some goodies to your house. We're going to give you the ready to sell premium press release. And then we're going to also send you little videos every single day, giving you little golden nuggets about how to land that first client. All right, so let's go and keep going here. So if you guys want to get started today, all you got to do is go to that link right there and you will be able to join. And so a final summary, guys, like I said, local businesses need your help. Most businesses, it's amazing how many businesses I've seen that don't even have an SSL on their website, that are loading over 10 seconds, that don't have a retargeting pixel, that never post on social media, that don't respond to reviews. They desperately need your help. They're not doing the work. And so that's where we come in. All right. We can save the day with that quick wow. So we just approach them with this downloadable report that you will see tomorrow in tomorrow's webinar, and then you will get paid right now money. All right. So if you guys want to get started, there's one other thing. If you are inside of the US, okay, and you want to get started, you don't have the money right now, PayPal has an option to where you can do no payments, no interest in full for up to 6 months. What does that mean? That means I'm going to be on you to land that first client And as long as you land your first client, you'll pay off the course within 6 months. I would expect you to land your first client within the first month, okay, the first week, by tomorrow if you can. All right, but I can't imagine a way that it would take you 6 months to pay off $1,000 course or a 497 course. All right, so like I said, no risk. All right, so like I said, Be a Hero program 497 and the DFY setup at 997. All right, guys, so I'm through the training. I'm through the pitch here. How many of you guys want the bonus that I promised? So go ahead and give me a 1. 1 second. Corey says, I took 15 minutes the other day and found 8 dentists with websites that don't have SSL. Corey, now you see what I'm talking about there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And then Corey, one of the things that I'll do, like let's say you don't feel confident about approaching these business owners. One of the things I do is I'll simply say, hey, let me set this up for you for no cost. I'll do it for free, and then I'll land that meeting and I'll paint out what happens next. That way they trust me more, right? By doing a little favor for them, it takes you 15 minutes to add it. It's easy work. So let's go ahead and do this. So for all the people that give me a 1 in the chat box, you're going to get the bonus. Let's see here. But you have to give me a 1 in the chat box to get the bonus. All right, so all that I'm going to ask you guys is to quickly fill out a quick survey. I just simply want to know if you guys felt like I gave you value, if you felt like the offer was good, and if there's anywhere I can improve. Because at the end of the day, I just want to make sure that you guys feel like you got your value's worth today. So let me go ahead. Wow, that's a lot of 1s. 1 second. Copy, paste, send. All right, here we go, guys. So how many of you guys are going to be on tomorrow's webinar where I'm going to show you actual case studies? I'm going to show you the software. I'm going to show you all the training. I'm going to show you example clients that we're working with, easy clients to work with, all those different holes in their business to go after like SSL and retargeting pixels and Google My Business, all the stuff that's easy to deliver. There we go. Send. Hey, Rico, that's a lot of 1s, man. All right, cool. So, all right, everybody's got the bonus that gave me a 1. All right, so let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys feel like you got value out of today? Because honestly, you take the instant expert checklist, you can go land your first client. I promise you that. That's how I actually landed about 20 of my clients initially. So for all the people that are here, I see Corey, Daniel, Dennis, Derwin, Drew, Eric, Gary, GB, Jim, Gennaro, Jose, JR, Marcus, Marshall, Shirley, Steve, Tuck. Hey, Yoshi, you're still here. Very nice to see you, buddy. So how many of you are going to be joining the program? So give me a yes if you guys are going to be joining the program, and just give me a 3 if you're still on the fence a little bit, which is okay. I totally understand. It's okay to be on the fence. That's totally cool. So just go ahead and let me know, because tomorrow we're going to take a deep dive into this, and I'm going to show you over all the software that we basically created to automate all of this, and we're going to show you real case studies that you guys can use. So I see a yes. Okay, great. I see 1, 3. Nasir, what exactly is it that you're on the fence about? And go and let me know, guys. What is holding you back from joining today? Because honestly, like I said, I spent over 5 months, $700K on software to build out everything for you guys. So basically, you guys will have every single thing you need to start landing clients immediately. Yeah, Susan, exactly. Perfect. All right, guys. So do you guys have any questions while I'm here? I'm going to stay for the next 5 minutes. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them now. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't scrolling down the inbox. Great info. Sorry, missed the 45 minutes. I landed a client during the next time. Make sure to... I missed a couple people. Let me send you guys all the bonus. Send to all. There you go, guys. So I missed a bunch of messages. My bad. I'm in. Hey, GB, please do me a favor. If you join the program, guys, do not be lazy, Louie. Please join the program, schedule a call with me. All right. Like I said, I want to make sure that you're set up. I don't want to make sure I don't want there to be any confusion. So if you join the program, schedule a call with me. All right. It's very important. You have my commitment to help you guys. So I want to make sure that you pay off the program immediately and then you just start making profit. All right. So ideally, I would like to have a lot of people that can scale an agency to over 100K. That's perfect scenario. I want to see people scale an agency to 100K. So make sure to schedule that phone call with me, please. So it looks like there's some golden nuggets for sure. Awesome. I'll be there. Awesome. All right. So if you are a 3, do me a favor. Can you guys make sure you attend tomorrow's webinar? So Drew, Darwin, Dennis, are you guys going to join tomorrow's webinar? I want to make sure that you're there because it's not even going to be these slides. It's not going to be the same thing. It's just going to be an over-the-shoulder training of actual clients. And honestly, you could watch tomorrow and not even join the program and have stuff that you can land clients with immediately. Just the same way we did this, but a little bit more specific on the other services for advertising. I'm going to show you an example that I'm doing for a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym. I'll show you an example that we're about to start working on with a, what is she? It's like a med spa in Las Vegas. I'll show you an example that we're going to do with a personal injury attorney in Las Vegas. So I'll show you all those. Oh, sorry. Number 3. I had the step off on step 4, missed the rest, and then the pitch. Not sure what I'd be signing up for. Can I get a replay? Eric, yeah, we're going to send you the replay, okay? But make sure to attend tomorrow's webinar as well, because tomorrow's going to be a different training. All right, so there's going to be a lot of info between these 2 webinars just because, building an agency, there's a lot to it. So I want to make sure everything's 100% clear. Darwin, is there any split pay on 497? So we're not going to be doing split pay on 497. Already involved with the biz that I need to concentrate on, Dennis says. Totally understandable. Excuse me, sorry. Yes, yes, yes. We'll be there. Awesome. All right. Can I get the link for tomorrow's? So you guys are actually already registered for tomorrow's webinar. So I did when you guys registered for this one, you were automatically registered for the second one. So tomorrow is going to be the exact same time. So today started at 3 p.m. EST, and tomorrow's webinar is going to be at 3 p.m. EST. All right, so tomorrow I'm going to show you how to scrape leads. I'm going to show you how to run these reports. I'm going to show you specifics of what we can do for each business. I'm going to go to Google and find example clients, find all the holes and show you examples of what I would sell them personally. I'll show you current campaigns that we're going to be doing. I'll show you inside of the Be a Hero group and all the different members that are succeeding. I'll show you the funnel builder that we have. I'll show you the in-press release and how that works. I'll show you real specific and how that works. So there's going to be a ton of info tomorrow. So it's going to be just, like I said, just much more over the shoulder. Sweet. Just saw it on my Google Calendar. Love it. Awesome. Awesome. Great to see you there, Eric. And for everybody that's joining, like I said, make sure to schedule a call with me. For everybody that joins, you get a free press release. So who was it that said that? Where was it? Split pay on 497. All right, so sweet, just saw it on there. So the one major thing here, guys, is not only going to get the call with me, but you get that free press release. That press release, we have our own PR network, so it's one of the top out there. Do you guys want to hear a little bit about the press release that you're going to be getting, or do you guys not really care? Or I can talk about anything that you guys want to talk about. So if you guys want to know a little bit about that free press release that you'll get, go and just give me a 1 in the chat box, and I'll kind of tell you about the specifics of that, of what you're going to get. If not, make sure to attend tomorrow's webinar. Hopefully you got a lot of value out of today's. Like I said, I really wanted to make this training the exact, like a very simple approach to how I landed my first 10 to 20 clients when I first got started using that free instant expert checklist. So somebody says, is it like, hey, Marshall, I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'll explain how it's different. All right, ready? So as far as our PR program goes, we have one of the highest distributions out there. We go out to over 350 websites. I just ran 2 press releases for a client last week, and both press releases went on 350 authority websites. So that's huge. All right. If you go to PR Web, they can only guarantee 150. All right, so that's the first thing, is huge distribution. The second thing, we're one of the only companies out there that will write the press release for you for no extra cost. Okay, so we will write the press release for you. We have a team of writers that will do it for you. So that's a huge benefit. PR Web used to offer that for an extra $200. So it's $369 for a press release, and then $200 extra for writing. So that's crazy. So not only do we write it, but on top of that, the company that you just asked about, Marshall, their press releases, I don't know if you knew this, but their press releases only last 30 days. So if you run a press release and you look it up after 30 days, it will say, no, sorry, this content is no longer available. Did you know that? So that's a little thing that most people don't know. Our press releases will last up to 180 days. So, well, we've seen them last up to 180 days. We can guarantee over 90 days. And then the other thing is that, remember I told you guys we have over 70,000 customers on our SEO tools? We're definitely the only company out there that builds 1,000 backlinks on top of that press release, which is crazy. So that really helps the press release rank even more. All right. So, yeah, that's, and then you get the downloadable report as well. Would you be referring to exactly, Eric? Exactly. I'm not going to say them out loud because I don't think that's probably ethical, but yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So yeah, I mean, I think they're cool guys, but you know, we actually used to work with them, but you know, we just wanted to build something better. So we spent about 3 or 4 years, and yeah, we flew to I think 3 different countries to meet up with different people that had different distribution networks until we found the network that we have now. And so that's why we have such a solid team doing this. So yeah, major things with the PRs. Now, do you guys want to take a guess on how much we charge for press releases? Guess how much we charge. So if you go to our website, it's going to be about $700 for a press release for all those services I just mentioned. But how much do you think we charge heroes inside the group? Damn, Corey, how did you know that? Corey, you're good, man. I'm impressed. Oh wait, I think I told you that, Corey. So what do you guys think? Well, okay, yeah, exactly. So we wanted to make such a ridiculous offer where you get all of those things all in one. So we basically make like no profit on our press releases. We just break even for the heroes because we have people that are still ordering press releases from us, so we're good. But we're going to sell these press releases to you guys. So you can get a single press release for no recurring at $99. You can get one press release a month at $69. But if you do 4 a month, you'll see it inside of there. But if you did 4 a month, which you know helps us through economy of scale, we'll give you press releases for as low as $49. Which, like I said, we have a larger stick rate for our press releases, one of the largest distribution networks. We build 1,000 backlinks. We write the press release for you. So that's a crazy, crazy value. So basically what that means is if you got a press release for, you know, $60 and you sold your press release for $200, you're guaranteed $100, right? So that's the way this model works is, you know, we've worked with so many clients in the past. We really are masters at fulfillment. That's why we stick to these 4 services because we've done it so much. So for PR, social, advertising, and fixing websites, we basically just offer these hard cost services to you guys. So then you guys can price it at whatever you want. And I'll dive through those tomorrow. I don't want to jump into that right now, but you guys will see all that tomorrow. Can we use those for our clients? Absolutely, Eric. Absolutely. That's the whole point, right? So, Eric, I would absolutely say sell that to your clients. Definitely. You actually write the press release. Yes. No. Can I, yeah. So, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Roke, maybe? Sorry. So Roke says, he says, you actually, in all caps, write the press release, or do we have to use fill-in-the-blank software to write them? That's a great question. No, we actually write them, and I know who you're talking about. No, we don't do that to you. No, we have an actual team of writers that write the press release for you. So, yeah. How cool is that? Yeah, so we actually write the press release for you. The key is when you order a press release and our writers are actually writing it, you know, to submit it. All right, so the best advice that I can give you guys want a little tip if you guys are managing clients right now. The number one tip to keep a client paying you, there's a lot that I'll drop tomorrow, but one of the number one tips is, let's say that let's say it takes a week to write a press release and make sure that it's the way that you want before you distribute, right? Let's say that takes 7 days. What we're typically going to do for any one of the 4 services we sell, we're going to double that. All right. So we're going to tell our client that's going to take, 12 to 14 days. All right. Here's why. It gives you plenty of wiggle room, and you never look unprofessional if things aren't on time. One of the easiest ways to lose a client is to give work late. Even if you did an awesome job, if you're late, they're going to be pissed off at you. So just make sure if you guys are selling services out of the 4 services, and we cover this in the course, just make sure you give yourself some wiggle room. You know what I mean? So that's like I said, it's one of the easiest ways to lose a client is to, say, hey, yeah, I'll have it in 3 days. And then, your internet goes down or something, and, it's something you can't control. So just give yourself plenty of time. You set those expectations early on, and it makes easy work. All right. So that's the one thing you guys are going to learn about me and Justin as you go through the course. We do not like to be stressed. We like to, really make sure everything is systematized, and make sure everything is nice and smooth, and create as many fail safes as we can. That way we never have to stress. We don't like the stress. I don't like it. So after you start managing, 20, 30, 40, 50 clients, you'll start to learn these fail safes. You'll start to learn different problems that arise, and that's what we're doing with this course. We're actually, and just so you guys know, one of our team members, which I can't tell you who, one of our team members just wrote I think he wrote the marketing curriculum for Harvard, and he travels around the country teaching marketing. And so he's one of the people that help us out with fulfillment for your services. And right now he's building a case study for you guys, a step-by-step case study on social media management and advertising. And so he's literally recording every single step. Like, he's even recording how much time he spends on the phone with these people. And so every single step, I told him if he sneezes, I want him to document it. And so that's how technical this training is, or how detailed this training is going to be. If you want to do fulfillment yourself, or if you want to outsource it to a VA, you can then have that super, super detailed fulfillment, step-by-step stuff. That way you are an expert at what you're doing. So that's the type of high-level training that you guys are going to get. That case study specifically, I'm currently working on. So you guys will get that here soon, probably within 30 days. Well, the first leg of it, we have another case study that's coming with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym, which I'll show you guys about tomorrow. But he actually just won the 2018, I think it's like World Championships for like the Masters or something. So you'll see that as well. It's pretty easy to market a client that just won the World Championships. So what other questions do you guys have? I see there's so many people in the group. Actually, can I throw some other cool stuff at you? How many of you guys currently are using Wishloop? I know you guys are Wishloop customers, but how many of you actually use it? I do. Corey says he does. Cool. So one of the things that we don't offer in the program is Wishloop to our customers, but the fact that you guys have Wishloop, oh man, the things that you're going to be able to do inside this course, I can help very well, I'm sure. Just sold another pro account. Damn, Corey. Hey, Corey, can we do a call maybe this week or this weekend? Just let me know in the chat. So one of the things that I wanted to show you guys is for all the people that join the group, maybe we can all maybe I can do a Facebook Live inside the. I'll try to figure out a way to do this. Maybe I'll create a training specifically for Wishloop for you guys and just send it out to you. But one of the things, and I just put it in the group, is these click-to-call campaigns. How many of you guys are doing the click-to-call campaigns? Those things are awesome. I love them. So what you do is on your client's website, can answer off air. Just landed. Is it okay if I read this out loud, Eric? Kind of an out loud reader. Can answer off air. Just landed a life coach who needs me to leverage her relationship. Sorry, the text is really small. Leverage her relationship to her client who is getting a list acting and co-producing. Would one of your press releases be good for announcing the promo video of her coaching business, which will include the celebrity's endorsement? Eric, I would absolutely say yes. That's something that we're going to cover tomorrow. And actually, can I show you guys? You know what? I'll just do this. Let me post this in the group real quick. Send to all. So for all the people that are going to join, the program, make sure to join at that link. I'm going to open up something real quick, and I'll show you something specific to your question, Eric. And anybody else that has questions, I'm an open book. If you guys want to land clients, if you have clients, ask questions here. That's the benefit of being a part of the program, is the dialogue that we get to have now, you'll get to have over there. But let me open up that group real quick. So Eric, I just had a question about press releases actually yesterday, and at like 9 a.m., I am not a morning person. I went live in the Facebook group. So look, Justin went live. Wait, can you guys see this screen, by the way? Just give me a 1. Sometimes it only shows the application. Okay, you do. So yeah, yesterday I went live for 25 minutes teaching everybody all about press releases. So I told them, I taught them let's see here, why would a business owner want a press release, right? And then I talked about, why, as a hero, why do you want to sell a press release, right? And then I talked about why, let's see here, sorry. I talked about the technical reasons for selling press releases. I talked about the alternative compared to press releases and why they're such a good idea. I also talk about, let's see here, how to sell press releases. And so you'll get all of that. And then if you go over to Impress Release, which is our company site, you guys could feel free to go over here after. But this is a great answer to your question, Eric, is what can you actually run press releases on? Look at this. Announcements of something new, announcements of a release of free information, announcements of awards, contests, personnel or company changes, weird news, charity news. I want you to think about a press release like a megaphone shouting in the face of Google saying, I have value, pay attention to me. And I like to think about PR or us as marketing consultants as us being kind of like the cheerleader for the business. Not everybody likes to talk about themselves. Not everybody likes to brag about how good they are. And as marketers, we get to try to talk with our client, figure out why they're so special, what makes them unique in the market, and then consistently create marketing campaigns that are displaying that. So by running press releases, that's an awesome way to announce, awesome stuff that's happening in their company, like what you just said, Eric. And then something else that's cool about it is, and I'll talk about this more tomorrow, is companies that do frequent events. So if your client is always doing different events, running press releases on every single event, because your cost is so low for a press release and charging the client, $200, that's nothing, right? So let me go ahead and close that. Sorry. Do you do anything with Wishloop for clients? Absolutely, JR. So I don't teach Wishloop inside of Be a Hero because I feel like it would be unethical for you to join Be a Hero and then me to try to, sell you something now that you joined the program, if that makes sense. I've recommended it, but I don't know. I'm trying to not promote anything to the people that join the program because we wanted to create a program that had everything. I don't want you to feel like you need anything else. But since you have Wishloop, I can create a specific training for you guys. But inside of, let's see, inside of Facebook, I actually did a thing over here. Let's see. Sorry, Wishloop. If I can type, there we go. I think it was in Wishloop White Label. How many of you guys are doing click-to-call campaigns? I asked this before, but I didn't get an answer. So how many of you, give me a 1 if you're doing click-to-call campaigns. Give me a 2 if you're like, what the heck is that? And give me a 3 if you just mean no. All right. So a 2 means, what the heck is it? All right. So what the heck is it basically means this. All right. So inside of Wishloop, yeah, I love Wishloop, guys. Seriously, it's like one of my favorite apps. All right. So what I typically do is I'll create like a little call to action. And it will be something like this. I don't know. Let's just do free dental. All right, so let's say this is a dentist and somebody lands on their website. one of the things that happens for local businesses is people land on their websites, but there's not an irresistible offer incentivizing them to take action, right? We need to have that visitor say, "Ooh, I need to take that now," right? So we need to get them to have that feeling, right? So one of the things that I'll do is I'll do something for free with like a little timer, and then I'll replace this. I won't spend too long on it. So sorry if there's people that just want to talk specifically about Be a Hero, but I'll just do this real quick. So, excuse me. Let's see, button. Where's the button? There it is. Completely in my face, not paying attention. There we go. So you see how I just put a click to call button there? So I'll do something like this. I won't make it real pretty. I'll have their phone number. Then what I'll do is I'll save it. I'll go close. And then here's the funny thing. We don't want to do a click to call campaign if this is for mobile or for website visitors, right? Because we can't call someone from our desktop. So down here, what we want to do is, there we go. All right, so where did it go? Here it is. So for mobile only, can you guys see that? So for your clients, one of the things you do is you create them an irresistible offer, and then you create these click-to-call campaigns. And so, because at the end of the day, we want to get their people on the phone. Does that make sense? So how many people think that's pretty cool, and that's something that they can easily implement for a client, right? That's awesome. You could even do it to where it's like you find an article like health risk teeth. All right, so the health risks of gum disease. I don't know. I'm just picking a bad example. But you know how you can do the content infiltration? You could do it to where you created that call to action, and then when you share this article with IQ, you could have that click to call. Like, oh, I don't want to have I don't want to have gum disease. This sounds terrible. I should probably get a checkup, right? And then they could click the call for mobile visitors, or you could have like a, some sort of like downloadable report to prevent gum disease. I don't know, and to get their email. So just something small to show you guys. Yes, nice. Okay, cool. Awesome tip. All right, great. Yeah, so, these are just like little things that, I'm happy to keep showing you guys inside of Be a Hero. I'll talk about this on tomorrow's webinar. But yeah, make sure you guys attend tomorrow's webinar because like I said, it doesn't really have necessarily a structure. So like I have a structure of things that I'm going to cover and show you guys, but tomorrow is all about you guys. I want to make sure that I can answer every question you have. I'm just going to throw tons of ideas at you guys. So make sure to attend and then to ask as many questions as you can. And then I'll just keep giving you ideas galore. So, all right, this is what we're going to do, guys. So how many people that are here are going to be joining the program? Just give me a 1 if you guys are going to be joining the program. Give me a 2 if you're on the fence and you're going to be attending tomorrow's webinar. Because I do have to go. I'm going to go try to work out before my next phone call. Okay, cool. So Tuck, Drew, Dennis, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Daniel, awesome. Ricard, I'm sorry. I keep pronouncing your name wrong. I'm sorry. All right, cool, guys. So I expect to see you guys there. 2 will be there. Awesome, Marshall. Well, at the end of the day, what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to prove to you guys, okay? And if I can prove to you guys that this is going to be hands down one of the best investments you've ever made, then awesome. I expect to see you in the program. If you don't see the value, that is totally cool. But once I show you what we've built, I guarantee you guys are gonna jump on board. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much. Make sure to get the bonus. Let me give you guys the bonus again. So for anybody that didn't grab it already. So here is the bonus. Send all. And then here is the link. And this link that I'm giving you guys right now for the purchase link, this is where the webinar is going to be. The webinar replay for today is going to be on top of this sales page, okay? Corey, no worries, man. If you can't attend tomorrow, that's totally cool. We can always get on a phone call. Obviously, I want to talk to you about some stuff. So let's talk this weekend if possible, okay? All right, awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much for attending today's webinar. Truly, I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. Even if you don't join the program, I hope you guys see some cool methods that you guys can go and do with the methods that we showed you today. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. All right, and talk to you guys later. See y'all. See you guys.